how can we afford to go out and eat at this rate? I went to Joey's last weekend and I had dinner with my friend. I haven't seen her in a while and I don't go out to dinner that often. I ordered this tuna burger, which sounded divine. I was so excited to try it. I substituted a garden salad instead of fries because I wanted something a little bit lighter. Got the burger. It's a big burger. It was delicious. The salad was honestly so mid. I could have done without the salad, but I got my bill and I could not believe how much I had dropped for a burger and a salad. I spent $41 with tip on my burger with a salad, and I did not order a drink. I told my roommate and she's like, did you order a drink? I said no. I got a tuna burger and a salad, and it's because the tuna burger was $29. And then to substitute a garden salad was $4 extra. And then I tipped her 20%, I think, because she was so nice and I really liked her and she was very genuine and down to earth. I think you should tip your servers, but at this rate, I'm not going to be able to afford to tip or be able to afford to go out to eat if I'm spending $40 for a simple burger and a salad. Like, that's actually insane, and it's not even a fine dining restaurant.
Sandwich costs, because apparently I've been living under a rock. This weekend we went to the mall in Illinois to go to the Nike clearance store because it's the cheapest place to get shoes for kids. Please, like, don't take that from me. I need it. We're gonna make like a special thing. We're gonna have lunch at the food court. I have 3 very young kids. I pay for 3 kids in daycare. We don't go out to eat. Like, all right, let me just get a turkey sub, like my fave. I'll go to Subway. Subway ruined themselves with the $5 footlong because now that's what everyone expects. But I'm like, okay, it used to be $5 for 12 inches. So surely it's going to be $5 for 6 inches, right? Inflation can't be that bad. That's 6-inch sub. I just got a sub. No drink, no chips, nothing. A turkey sub. Turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, mayo. $10. $10. 10. I'm choking up just thinking about it now. See ya never, Subway. See ya never. I'm never coming back. 1, because it's not even that good. 2, $10? You're out of your mind.
Things are becoming so irrationally expensive that even I'm starting to question the prices. And I say that as someone who lives under the guise of, well, I gotta get it anyway, right? So like if it's gas or food, I really don't question it because it's a necessity for me to live. What am I gonna say? I'm not gonna eat food. And I just got food from Popeyes and all that's not necessarily a necessity. 3 chicken tenders, a side, and a drink is $18. 18?
Can someone explain to me what the fuck happened to Five Guys? I went there the other day for 2 people. Hamburger, fries, drink. It was like $60. I'm not paying $30 per person unless you're bringing that food to my table and refilling that drink. And honestly, at that price, I should be able to get a single of whiskey in there, and y'all don't even have a liquor license. Food prices are out of control, but Five Guys they're on extra cocaine.
You know something I think should be illegal? I just went to Taco Bell. I got a soft taco. And when they gave me my total, they said, would you like to round up by 50 cents for the Taco Bell Scholarship Fund? No, I don't. I mean, like, in my heart, sure, but that doesn't make any sense. Because Taco Bell last year reported $1 billion in profits. Like, if I had $1 billion and I spent $100,000 a year, it would take me 10,000 years to spend $1 billion. 10,000 years. Why do you need my 50 cents that you're then gonna say was a charitable contribution and use it as a tax write-off? And all of your workers make minimum wage. Something's not right.
What happened to Panera Bread? $71.62 for 3 sandwiches, 2 of them that were grilled cheese and 2 soups. $71.62. Are you kidding me? Like, I know, guys, the Chipotle video, the McDonald's video, all these other videos of these places going crazy, but like Panera Bread was something where you could go and get like a half a sandwich, a little cup of soup, and a drink for like under 20 bucks. Is this how completely out of touch these companies have gotten when it comes to pricing this stuff?
Have these fast food restaurants lost their damn minds? We're out running errands, door dashing, doing some things today. We pull into Burger King and I get a junior Whopper. My husband gets a Whopper. Why is just a Whopper, not the meal, just a Whopper, $9? I can go to a damn restaurant, get a better quality hamburger with french fries for probably $9.99. Why the hell is anybody eating at fast food restaurants right now? I mean, we don't eat out at fast food restaurants very often, so I had no idea that a Whopper was $9 by itself. By itself! Never again. We will not be coming back to Burger King. $9 for a flippin' Whopper. That's just insane.
Chipotle is saying, if you're broke, then Chipotle is not the place for you. I mean, that's what he's saying in so many words. Basically, he's saying that their core customer base, 60% of their core customer base are people who make over $100,000 a year. Yeah. So basically, they're saying that the majority of their customers, 60%, make over $100,000 a year. Therefore, they won't mind the 1% to 2% price increase because they can basically afford it. And those are the people they are targeting for as their core audience regarding their new price increase.
The first cutback rarely feels historic. It is one skipped meal, one smaller order, or one extra stop avoided until the habit becomes a market signal.
So basically, if you're broke, Chipotle is not the spot for you. Do not go to Chipotle. Their core customers are at $100,000 a year. They're confident that they can lean into that group a more meaningful way.
This is the craziest shit ever. So I'm here at Chipotle and I just want to show you guys what I ordered. This is literally all that I ordered. Just this. And this shit cost me $20. 19, but that's basically 20. $19 for one person. That's literally an hour of work for a lot of people in this world. This is crazy, and I'm only here because I'm starving, but it's some bullshit.
I just paid $19 for this sad little sack of Taco Bell. Who remembers the glory days when you could roll through with your car full of all of your friends, get the entire menu practically for like $7?
I got Starbucks last week for the first time in a while and was absolutely floored by how much money it was, to the point where I think I finally reached my threshold of Starbucks actually being worth the money anymore. And over the past 5 years or so, there have been quite a few things that have reached that threshold for me and my husband, where we're trying to save money to do things that actually matter to us. So we've been really cutting back on the things that don't matter. And I've created certain rules for myself when it comes to spending money on things I don't necessarily need. So for one thing now, I am literally just getting McDonald's iced coffee for $1, or I'm going to support a local business if I want coffee. I'm not spending $6 on a medium iced coffee anymore at Starbucks. A long time ago, Panera reached this threshold for me. It is just so expensive to eat there, and I feel like they give you less and less food every single time. I cannot remember the last time I went into a Panera. They are highway robbery. A couple summers ago, my husband and I went to a restaurant, like a pretty standard restaurant, I'll say mediocre. And it was literally $60 for us to get lunch, no alcohol. So we drew a line in the sand that we were only doing fast casual, Jersey Mike's or Five Guys, or we were going to a nice restaurant. We're not doing any of the in-between restaurants anymore because it's just not worth it to us at the end of the day. And alcohol, this is a huge one for us. We're both not big drinkers in general. And I will say, when I lived in South Carolina for college, it was so much easier for me to justify getting a drink because it was $4.25 for a mixed vodka drink. Here, it's $15 for a cocktail on the cocktail menu. It's just not worth it to us at all. I think my husband got a canned cider. One of the last times we went out, it was legitimately $11. I was come on, I can't deal with this anymore.
Since when did fast food cost just as much as a sit-down restaurant? We were at Chick-fil-A and it cost $60 for 4 of us to eat. $60. That is a sit-down restaurant with a drink for the both of us and a kid's meal.
2 kids meal.
2 kids meals. And that we're spending that on fast food. That's crazy to me.
Fast food has turned into sit-down restaurant prices.
Fast food losing its price advantage changes the choice completely. If convenience costs restaurant money, households either trade down, cook at home, or stop going.
This is where we are in society. That's 8 pieces of chicken and some rice for $15. $15 for this. $15. Does anybody else have the feeling like there's not going to be any restaurants left if this is what's happening? Like, I'll pay $20 for Five Guys because I feel like it's worth it, but $15 for 8 pieces of chicken and a bunch of rice, not worth it. This is ludicrous.
So restaurants are now charging dine-in fees. A dine-in fee? And then on top of that, a tip. So dine-in fee, you're charging me to come in. That don't make sense. See, it's getting ridiculous out here.
Why are appetizers the same price as entrees now? Like, genuinely, what is happening? And when did that happen? I saw someone make a video about this the other day and it clicked for me. Like, appetizers and entrees should not be the same price in any world. Appetizers used to be like a fun little addition, something you'd add just to have on the table, all of your friends and you can buy a couple together and just snack on them. But now you open the menu and spinach dip is $19. Why is spinach dip just as expensive as a full meal? And don't even get me started on mozzarella sticks. Like, there's no world where 4 mozzarella sticks should enter the entree category in terms of pricing. It doesn't make sense. And for some reason, these restaurants are still calling them shareables. Like, oh, they're little snacks you can share with your friends. Like, it costs more than the meal. We're gonna be financially ruined if we all get appetizers. And on top of that, the appetizers are smaller. They're not the same quality as they used to be before. And for some reason now a burger doesn't come with fries. Like, if you wanna get fries, you gotta pay extra money for it. Appetizers are supposed to be casual, low stakes, a little treat before the meal, not a major investment. Like, when did it become acceptable for appetizers to cost more than the actual meals? I know we're all gung-ho on no more QR codes, but we need to talk about this too. It just doesn't sit right with me.
Okay, here's the deal. We just got back from dinner, and I never give bad reviews, ever. Like, ever. And I'm not even going to name the place that we went to here in Connecticut, because we've been going there for years. Here's the sad thing. The portions were minuscule. I mean, tiny. And we used to go there. I mean, we go there like once every other month and get portions like, you know, you have to take stuff home. They raised the prices and the portions are smaller. And this is why I do what I do. Because leftovers and working with what you got is the only thing we got right now. We can't afford to go to dinner for what we just paid for. Anyway, I did bring leftovers home. I brought home the chicken. Why? Because it was severely overcooked and I couldn't eat it. Anyway, I love you. Be wary. Things are changing. They've been changing for a while. Follow me. Let's keep doing these leftover series. Love you.
I just want to know when as a society we got to this point. Me and my husband went to Chili's last night. Chili's for dinner, right? He got a burger, I got the triple dipper, and we got 2 beers and chips and queso. Tell me why I spent $70 or $80 on dinner last night. For a burger, the triple dipper, 2 beers, and chips and queso. Well, you can't even like go to dinner anymore at Chili's and not literally not have the mentality of that you're gonna drop around $100. Freaking blows my mind. Anyways, maybe I'm the only person who, I don't know, cares about it, but that blew my mind. It was insane. I looked at him and I was like, we're at Chili's. Like, I don't care to spend money on a dinner. I like going to dinner for the atmosphere, for the experience. I like going out to eat. I love going out to eat. But like, Chili's for a burger and an appetizer and 2 beers and some chips and queso. Anyways, that's all. Bye.
That customer retreat travels backward through the business. Fewer visits reduce shifts, tips, supplier orders, and cash flow before anyone outside the restaurant notices the damage.
Restaurants changed after COVID in a way that customers can't even see. You know, before COVID, if somebody quit, you could replace them. Now, good luck. You know, a lot of career restaurant people left the industry completely. Chefs, servers, managers, line cooks. Some retired, some changed careers, some just got tired of getting beat up every day. And the people who stayed, most of them are doing the work of 3 people now. You know, that's why restaurants close earlier. That's why service feels different sometimes. That's why you see owners working the floor, cooking food, bussing tables, running cash registers. You know, we're all trying to hold it together. COVID didn't just hurt restaurants financially. It changed the workplace permanently. And I honestly don't think the industry's ever going to go back to the way it was before.
So recently I made a video about how insane it is that appetizer prices have gone through the roof and they basically cost you the same as a meal. Because it's insane. Like literally you're paying $16, $17, $18, even like $12, $13, $14 is a lot for an appetizer compared to what it used to be. And most of the people agree with me in the comments. Those people are like, it's insane. Sometimes I don't get appetizers. Sometimes I'll just get the appetizer as the meal because I'm basically paying the same price, or we only get water. Like a lot of people were agreeing with me. There was a couple people here and there who were like, prices haven't really changed, or they've always been this way. They've always been so expensive. So I did some digging. Let me show you what I found. What I'm about to show you is the Outback Steakhouse menu that I found on eBay from 2010. Now, before I show you this, I get it. Inflation's normal. I get that normal inflation prices go up. I get that. But it's been a little insane for appetizers. So it's a little hard to see, but if you look over here, we got the appetizers to share. We can see the grilled shrimp on the Barbie, $7.95. A bloomin' onion, $5.95 for a bloomin' onion. $5.95. Then you also can see the quesadillas, $4.95 for a small one, $7.95 for a regular one. And here's the big one. The Kookaburra wings, $7.95 for some wings. You're not finding that anywhere today. Not to mention the same price for the Gold Coast coconut shrimp. So keep that in mind. Now here are some prices of the current day Outback Steakhouse. Down Under Trio, $12.99. The fried mozzarella boomerangs actually do look pretty good. It looks like you get a decent amount for $10. But the bloomin' onion, $10.99 for the bloomin' onion now. Look at the bloomin' fried shrimp, $14.99 for some shrimp now. You're paying $11 for a bloomin' onion and $14.99 for some fried shrimp. Grilled shrimp on the Barbie, $14.99. The Kookaburra wings, remember those $8 Kookaburra wings? $15.49 now. Are you kidding me? Is that not enough for you? Let's look at Chili's. This is an old menu I found on Reddit. I believe he said it's from 2014. Look, the Triple Dipper. The Triple Dipper right here. $11.49. Southwest egg rolls, $8.49. Boneless wings, $8.99. Still a great price for wings. Normal wings, again, $8.99. Potato skins, which I don't have anymore. RIP potato skins. I love potato skins. $7.49 or $29, excuse me. And then look at the dips. Look, tostada chips, $3.49 with some chips and salsa. Very reasonable. I'll pay $3.49 for chips and salsa. That makes sense. Even the queso and the guac, $5.99. A little bit more, but hey, I'll pay $6 for some good queso and some good guac. It makes sense. You're sharing it. Now let's look at the modern day Chili's appetizer prices. And we're going to start with the big one. The Triple Dipper. Remember that $11.49 Triple Dipper? You're now paying $18 for a Triple Dipper. Those $8.99 boneless wings, forget about it. $17.99 for bone-in wings, $14.99 for boneless wings. Forget about the wing prices. I'm not paying $18 for some wings. Look at the egg rolls, $14.79. Look at the dips, $13 for chips and dips. What are we doing? Kind of hard to see with the mozzarella sticks. Yeah, $16. So ain't nobody getting that these days. In 11 years, which I get is a decent amount of time, but still a wild jump to go from $11.49 to $18 for a Triple Dipper. And you'll wonder why people aren't getting meals.
Compare what dining out used to buy with what it costs now. Tell us which stop disappeared first and what replaced it. Like and subscribe. Bye!